Yo, it finally happened. Attack on Titan. Season 2, Episode 12, titled Scream, also known as Attack on Titan Manga Chapter 50, blew me away. So, I'm someone who's been reading the manga and keeping up to date for Attack on Titan for years now. And when I read this chapter several years ago, it it was the first moment reading a manga where I was like, I cannot wait to see this in anime. And boy, did they deliver. Chapter 12 was incredible. And I think you all know why I'm saying that. But starting off the episode, we're seeing Eren with flashbacks of his mum being devoured by the female titan, because the female titan, they're seeing her again for the first time and she's coming up to them. And then next thing you know, Hana's son comes out, and if you remember from the beginning, he was too scared and he grabbed them and ran. I guess Eren's mum told them to run, but this time he said, no, I'm going to butcher this. I won't say the words, we've got all people watching. Then he goes for it and he starts taking the female titan. Everything feels like, okay, there's hope, there's a chance. And then Eren gets up and he starts biting his arm to transform, and he can't. And all you can see is just this fear in his eyes. And next thing you know, you just see Hannes get taken by the female titan. And all of a sudden, the imagery, it's exactly like the same moment when his mum died. And the thing is, they reversed it. Instead of where she was devoured from the top half down, Hannes gets killed from the bottom half up. And it really sets a scene, and it almost makes you feel this sense of hopelessness going on in the episode. And you see everything going wrong. You see Commander Irvin, he's off his horse, and then all the people around him, all the scouts are getting devoured. You see Reiner throwing all the horses and hitting everyone, and literally everyone is in this state where it's almost like they can't win and they're all going to be devoured. And then Eren is just crying and screaming. Mikasa just says to him, no, he's taught her how to live and stuff like that. And then, with the scarf. And then next thing you know, there's this moment where it's almost like it's this hopelessness, and you see, like, they show it from the front and you can see there's a titan looking at them and everything, and people are trying to kill the titans. It's almost like they're just going to get killed, and it almost feels like Mikasa is about to kiss Eren, and then he hops up and he's just like, no, I will keep doing that forever and ever. And then we finally get the moment. Oh, you just see the fingers regenerate. He just screams. It's almost like this key force field, like in Dragon Ball Z and stuff, just come around him, and then he just punches the female titan, the smiling titan, I should say, rather. And all of a sudden there's this pause, and I was waiting for this, and I was excited to sort of see how people who are watching the anime for the first time will react to it, because when I read that and I saw that scene for the first time, it was like this what the F moment. It's almost like, has he got strength to hold her back? Or did something else happen? Or is it a pause where he's just going to get destroyed? And then next you see her arm push back, and you see the spark light, and you see Ymir, Reiner, and Bertolt feel it. And next all of a sudden the Titan just lunges out in front of him and attacks it. And that's when you realize you're seeing one of Eren's powers as one of the coordinate powers. And I was so impressed with how they did it. The music, the choreography, everything was so well done. Even like they incorporated stills into it, and then they had animation moving over the stills. It was just fantastic. And then the smiling titan is getting devoured, and then it just got even better from there, because as we see Eren being confused what's happening, and Mikasa too, they're running away, Mikasa on Eren's back, and then you see Reiner coming up to Eren. This is where he explains, he's got the coordinate power, they have to get it back, and of all people in the world, Eren is the worst to have it, because of his desire for revenge, his will to destroy every single titan that exists, and that includes, obviously, this affects Reiner and Bertolt and everyone. And next I love this scene where Eren just stops and he screams, and then he says, "You bastards, I'll kill you." And then the same thing happens again. He activates the power to control the titans as the coordinate, and I just love how you see them all stand up after devouring the smiling titan, and their eyes are just glowing, and bang, they lunge at them. Oh my god, it was one of those moments that I just had to rewatch and rewatch and rewatch. I've watched it like 5 times now, because it was how they did it was fantastic. And then we get this really sad scene happening where Ymir realizes she needs to go back and save them. And it's really funny because the Colossal and Bertold, they're being attacked by all the Titans, and Bertold's just swinging his sword, screaming, and he looks so hopeless. And the symbolism of him being the Colossal Titan, the massive Titan, the largest Titan we've seen so far, destroying the wall, and now he's just this small human that is screaming and scared, basically. So I love how it shows this vulnerability and the enemy, you know, they weren't what we originally thought. But then Ymir in her Titan form, it's really funny because she's this, you know, large Titan. She's also in the same form as she was as a mindless Titan, and she just strokes Historia's hair and says, "I'm sorry," and then goes off. And as she's saving them, it's just really sad to see how, like, as Historia is like crying and looking out to her, then they show her fighting off, and they go behind a tree, and it almost makes you feel like this may be the last moment they see each other. You never know. I'm not going to spoil anything going further from here, because I think, you know, there's so much more to the story, and there's so much more that people enjoy, and so much more greatness to come like this episode. But then obviously we go on, they fully retreat, and there's more discussion with Connie about, you know, it seems very likely that the origin of the mindless Titans are that of humans, you know, and that Titan who was stuck in the house, quite deformed and couldn't move, was Connie's mother. And then we see Commander Erwin, and you see this grin on his face, almost like he's in a trance, and then Levi's looking with this reverse, this polarized shock. And it almost makes you think there for a second, like, is there something going on? What side is he on? What's his motivations? He then discusses that, you know, he's one step forward to the truth, you know, of the world beyond and everything, the secrets of the Titans. And then, you know, we get the scene where Aaron's saying about, you know, Armin discusses that, you know, they believe the reason the Titans attacked the Smiling Titan and the Colossal, not the Colossal, but, you know, Bertold and Reiner as the Armored Titan is because of Eren. And Eren says, "I will control the Titans, I will destroy them all." And so, but this is where we get the glimpse that I was excited for everyone to see, and that is when they show the panning out and going through the different walls. At the end, we see the man, the one and only, emerge from the Beast Titan. And just our confusion, he is the Beast Titan. He wasn't standing on the Beast Titan. There's also steam behind him. It's a little hard to see, and you see him with his glasses, but there's glare, so you can't tell who he is. And I've been watching reactions. I've seen some people say, "Is he this person?" or "He looks like this person," stuff. I'm not saying anything, but there's so much more in store. And with that, not only do we get the end of season 2, a short but very well done season, but we have an announcement that season 3 is coming next year, and this is incredible. They showed a montage of different you know, drawings or parts from the manga going forward, that obviously, you know, sort of highlight what season 3 will be about. Now, some of them I feel are that far ahead that I don't know if season 3 will be 12 episodes or it will actually instead be 24 episodes, because I feel like the next arc will be 12 episodes, but then there were images from the arc after that, and I feel like that also needs 12 episodes. So I don't know how they'll go. Are they going to be cramming 2 arcs into one and having, you know, 6 episodes covering each arc? I really don't know, but I hope we actually get proper 24 or 25 episodes to cover from what I saw in the you know, the preview trailer for season 3 of Attack on Titan. So yeah, that was my review of season 2 episode 12. I hope you all enjoyed it. Incredible episode for manga lovers. I hope you love seeing that recreated in anime form, and for anime only viewers, I really hope you enjoyed that and it brought you back to Attack on Titan, because, you know, there's been such a huge wait between season 1 and season 2, and I feel like maybe for some it was just too long, but I hope after watching this season and seeing the episode that it's restored hope, especially that season 3 is on the horizon. So anyways, that does it for my review. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and until next video, stay spot on.